Welcome to the fascinating world where the heart and mind dance together in a rhythm that shapes our lives. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's as complex as it is beautiful: the intricate relationship between human psychology and the human heart. Buckle up, because we're about to explore cardiopsychology, where emotions and physiology intertwine in ways that can leave us feeling both uplifted and, at times, a little heartbroken. Let's kick things off with an essential question. What is the heart according to psychology? Well, while we often think of the heart as just a muscle pumping blood through our bodies, in the realm of psychology, it takes on a much richer meaning. The heart is often viewed as a psychological center, a symbol of our emotions, desires, and connections. It's where love blossoms, joy radiates, and, yes, even where pain can take root. Now, let's not forget the age-old saying, follow your heart. This phrase hints at the deep-seated belief that our hearts hold wisdom beyond what our minds can comprehend. But here's the twist. The relationship between the heart and mind is a two-way street. Just as our emotions can influence our heart health, our heart's condition can significantly affect our mental state. It's a beautiful, albeit complicated dance. So, how does this heart-mind relationship work? Think of it as a conversation. When you experience joy, your heart races with excitement. When you're anxious, you might feel a tightness in your chest. This connection is not just poetic, it's physiological. Stress, for example, can lead to increased heart rate and blood pressure, which, over time, can take a toll on your heart health. Conversely, a healthy heart can contribute to a positive mindset, leading to lower stress levels and greater emotional resilience. But wait, there's more. Several factors impact this heart-mind connection. Lifestyle choices, such as diet, exercise, and sleep, play a huge role. Psychological factors, like stress, anxiety, and depression, can also create a ripple effect that affects our heart health. So, it's essential to nurture both aspects of our being, mind and heart, to achieve overall well-being. Now, let's take a moment to clarify something that often confuses people: the difference between the psychological heart, the spiritual heart, and the physical heart. The physical heart is the organ that pumps blood, plain and simple. The psychological heart, on the other hand, encompasses our emotional responses and psychological well-being. It's where our feelings reside. The spiritual heart is a bit more abstract, often linked to our sense of purpose, connection to others, and the deeper meanings we find in life. Each of these hearts plays a unique role in our overall health, and understanding their interplay can help us live more fulfilling lives. Now that we've set the stage, let's delve deeper into the psychological heart. First up, emotional responses. Our emotional states can significantly impact our heart health. Stress and anxiety can lead to physical symptoms, such as palpitations or chest pain, while happiness and love can create a sense of lightness and well-being. So, keeping our emotional health in check is crucial, not just for our minds, but for our hearts too. But what exactly is the psychological heart? It's a metaphorical concept that embodies our emotional experiences. It's where our joys, sorrows, fears, and hopes reside. It's the part of us that feels deeply and connects intimately with others. When we talk about the psychological heart, we're essentially discussing our emotional landscape and how it influences our overall well-being. What emotions are tied to the heart, you may ask? Well, let's start with love. Arguably the most celebrated emotion of them all. Love can make our hearts soar, but it can also lead to heartache when relationships falter. Then there's fear, which can cause our hearts to race or feel heavy. Joy can make us feel light as a feather, while sadness can weigh us down. Each of these emotions has a physiological response that can either strengthen or weaken our hearts. The heart, an organ that beats tirelessly, is often seen as the seat of our emotions. Yet, the psychological heart, a concept that intertwines our emotional well-being with our physical health, reveals profound truths about love and loss. When we experience heartbreak, it's not just a fleeting sadness, it can trigger something much deeper. Broken heart syndrome, or Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, is a real condition that mimics a heart attack, often brought on by extreme emotional stress. This phenomenon underscores the connection between our emotional states and our physical health. Imagine the sudden jolt of despair when a relationship ends, the sharp pangs of grief that can leave one gasping for breath. The heart, in its vulnerability, responds to emotional turmoil with a physical reaction, leading to symptoms like chest pain and shortness of breath. It's a stark reminder that our feelings are not isolated in the mind. They resonate throughout our entire being. Coping with a broken heart can feel like an insurmountable challenge, but it is a journey that many have traversed. The first step is acknowledging the pain, allowing oneself to grieve the loss. It's essential to understand that heartbreak is not just about the end of a relationship. It's about the dreams, the shared moments, and the future that seemed so bright. Embracing these feelings, rather than suppressing them, can pave the way to healing. Surrounding oneself with supportive friends and family can create a safety net, reminding us that we are not alone in our suffering. Engaging in activities that bring joy or solace, whether it's art, exercise, or simply spending time in nature, can help redirect the mind and heart. Journaling can be particularly cathartic, allowing one to process emotions and reflect on the experience, turning pain into insight. As time passes, the acute pain of heartbreak may fade, but the long-term impact can linger in ways we might not expect. For some, heartbreak can lead to a newfound resilience, a deeper understanding of oneself and what one truly desires in relationships. It can serve as a catalyst for personal growth, prompting individuals to reassess their values and priorities. However, for others, the scars of a broken heart may lead to hesitance in future relationships, a fear of vulnerability that can inhibit the ability to love fully again. The emotional toll can manifest in various ways, from anxiety and depression to physical health issues, reminding us that the psychological heart is indeed intertwined with our overall well-being. Understanding the long-term effects of heartbreak emphasizes the importance of self-care and emotional healing. It's vital to approach future relationships with an open heart, recognizing that while past pain may influence present choices, it doesn't have to dictate them. Therapy can be an invaluable resource, offering tools to navigate these complex emotions and fostering a healthier relationship with oneself and others. The journey of healing is not linear. It ebbs and flows, with moments of clarity interspersed with waves of nostalgia and longing. Ultimately, the psychological heart teaches us that heartbreak, while painful, is a universal experience that connects us all. It reminds us of our capacity to love and be loved, to feel deeply and authentically. Embracing the lessons learned from heartbreak can lead to a richer, more fulfilling emotional life. As we move forward, we carry the echoes of our past loves, not as burdens, but as integral parts of our story, shaping who we are and who we aspire to become. In this intricate dance of love and loss, we find the resilience of the human spirit, capable of healing, growing, and ultimately loving again. Now, let's explore the relationship between the mind and the heart a bit further. The heart doesn't just respond to emotions, it can also influence our thoughts. Have you ever noticed how a heartwarming story can lift your spirits and change your perspective? That's your heart speaking to your mind. Conversely, negative thoughts can lead to stress and anxiety, which can manifest as physical discomfort in the heart. It's a beautiful yet delicate interplay that reminds us of the importance of nurturing both our hearts and minds. Speaking of nurturing, let's take a closer look at the physiology of the human heart. This incredible organ is made up of 4 chambers: the left and right atria and the left and right ventricles. It works tirelessly to pump oxygenated blood throughout our bodies, keeping our organs and tissues nourished. But the heart isn't just a mechanical pump. It's also influenced by our emotions and mental states. The heart has its own nervous system, often referred to as the heart brain, which can respond to emotional stimuli independently of the brain in our heads. Isn't that wild? Now, let's address a question that many people ponder. Why does my heart hurt emotionally? When we experience emotional pain, whether it's from loss, heartbreak, or disappointment, our bodies can respond in ways that mimic physical pain. This phenomenon is often referred to as broken heart syndrome, where intense emotional stress can lead to symptoms similar to a heart attack. It's a reminder that our emotional experiences are deeply intertwined with our physical health. And speaking of love, does the heart really feel love? While we often attribute feelings of love to the heart, it's essential to recognize that love is a complex emotional experience that involves both the heart and the mind. The heart may race when we see someone we adore, but the feelings of love are rooted in our thoughts, experiences, and connections. It's a beautiful blend of emotion and cognition that makes love one of the most profound human experiences. Now, let's talk about something that might sound a bit quirky: the three hearts theory. This concept suggests that we have three hearts within us: our physical heart, our psychological heart, and our spiritual heart. Each of these hearts plays a unique role in our lives, influencing our well-being in different ways. By nurturing all three, we can create a harmonious balance that leads to a more fulfilling life. It's like a trio of musicians playing in perfect harmony. When one is out of tune, the whole song can feel off. So, how do we make our hearts strong emotionally? It starts with self-awareness. Understanding our emotions and how they impact our hearts is the first step. Practicing mindfulness, engaging in self-care, and fostering positive relationships can all contribute to emotional strength. Surrounding ourselves with supportive people, pursuing activities that bring us joy, and allowing ourselves to feel and process our emotions are all key components of nurturing our psychological hearts. But how do you know if your heart is broken emotionally? Signs of emotional heartache can manifest in various ways: persistent sadness, feelings of emptiness, difficulty concentrating, or even physical symptoms like fatigue or chest tightness. If you find yourself feeling overwhelmed by these emotions, it's essential to reach out for support. Remember, it's okay to feel heartbroken. It's a part of the human experience, and healing takes time. Now, let's wrap up our exploration with some practical tips on how to take care of your psychological heart. First and foremost, practice self-compassion. Be gentle with yourself, especially during tough times. Engage in activities that bring you joy, whether it's spending time with loved ones, pursuing hobbies, or simply taking a walk in nature. Journaling can also be a powerful tool for processing emotions and reflecting on your inner world. And don't forget the importance of seeking support, whether it's from friends, family, or a mental health professional. You don't have to navigate this journey alone. As we conclude our journey through the heart and mind, remember that the connection between the two is both profound and beautiful. By nurturing our psychological hearts and fostering emotional well-being, we can create a life filled with love, joy, and resilience. So, let's embrace this journey with open hearts and minds, knowing that every beat, every emotion, and every experience contributes to the symphony of our lives. Here's to a heart-healthy, mind-friendly future.